Libra, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. So Libra, in today's reading, I am going to give you two cards from the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, going to do your reading and then clarify it. So let us get started. Oh, before I forget, also trying to I'm going to try to go live this week, so be on the lookout for that. Maybe possibly do some readings on there. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Libra, do take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Libra, Spirit, Libra, 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 for their highest good. Two cards for Libra for their highest good. All right. So you do have joy and delight. Open your heart to joy and delight. Definitely, really enjoy the little things that are around in your life. Really enjoy the things that are going on, even just the littlest ones, a place to lay your head and water and electricity and stuff like that. Enjoy the little things that we have. Just be grateful for everything. Open your heart to happiness, okay? Just be happy about everything. No need to be sad. Then you have the ascending the mountain. Keep going forward. That I feel like with this card that even though you don't know what's ahead, you may not be seeing it clearly, but I feel like they're asking you to not to give up, to keep pushing forward no matter what. Okay. Wow, Libra, what's going on here? So let's find out what's going on. Take what resonates with you, Libra, and leave the rest. This is going to be for Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. All right, Libra. One for the current. One for the situation. One for the hopes and the fears. I'm sorry, for the past or now. Yes, for the past or now. Okay, wow. One for the what's hidden. One for the hopes and fears. What you need to do now. What you need to work on. And the outcome. So I do feel like there's going to be a lot of fast movement coming through for you. Definitely moving forward. I do feel like you're moving forward. There's things that you're going to leave though before you move forward. So there is a lot of stuff that you need to do. You really need to stand your ground. Really need to think positive, and really, I feel like you're seeing things a lot clearer now. Like you're understanding a lot. You're having a lot of those aha moments. But there is definitely a lot of unexpected messages coming in and unexpected change coming through also. So let us see what is going on with your reading. So you start off with the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is definitely talking about, wanting new experiences, ready for something new. And I believe you will have it, but you just need to have patience, if you're working on something or if you want to do or create something, I feel like it's the time to do it. But you got to believe in yourself, that you were able to bring in something new or do something new. Really explore different things, okay? And I also feel like there is definitely a lot of opportunities around you. You do have the Strength card here, and the Strength card is definitely asking you to find your strength, to find your confidence, that you do know how to handle things and they get down, especially disappointments or, things that just happen. You do know how to handle yourself, that they're asking you to find your courage, find your strength with that. Okay. To leave your self-doubts behind, to not, to believe in yourself that everything is going to fall into place for you. You do have the King of Swords here. King of Swords is definitely talking about being bold, being strong, being focused, and to stand in your power, to not give up on anything, to really speak your truth or what's on your mind. I also feel like you need to be really be careful on how you're communicating with people and your words. Like really watch what you're saying to other people, Wow, okay. And there's a truth here, though. There is a truth here that you're kind of looking at. I'm not sure exactly, but we'll see. You have the Knight of Pentacles here for what's hidden. It's in divine timing. Have patience for everything. you want so much right now, but they're asking you to just, go with the flow. Try not to, try not to get all upset because you can't see what's in front of you. Try not to get upset because things are happening. It's part of our journey. It's part of your journey. So they're asking you to go with the flow. Just keep going. Just go with it. You have the Three of Pentacles here. Three of Pentacles for the hopes and excuse me, for the hopes and fears. I feel with the Three of Pentacles that there could be some kind of partnership or collaboration here. Um, you could also be recognized for the things that you're putting out there, your ideas. Could also be very busy, also working on things. But we'll see. You have the Four of Wands, and what you need to do now, move forward. Just move forward, you guys. Stop hanging on to the past. Stop hanging on to what's going to happen. Stop hanging on to that. Just move forward from everything. I do feel like there is some kind of celebration here coming through. So very nice. You have the Five of Pentacles for what you need to work on. Sometimes you feel like you're alone doing things. Sometimes you feel like, you've been left out in the cold. So and also too, sometimes you feel like, you're not going to have enough for everything. And, Libra, you always do. You always do. You're very blessed. You're very divinely guided. And I feel like you're always like, you need to not worry about all that, because once we get into our minds about it, we tend to see the downfall of everything, and you don't want that. Okay. So this is just temporary. And then you have the King of Cups here. The King of Cups is definitely talking about, really keeping your emotions balanced, trying not to let your emotions get in the way of your decisions, letting your anger or frustrations on anybody else, really watching your communication with people. Okay, so wow. Okay, so Libra, let us see what is going on in your reading. Do take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Libra, 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 Libra. You have the Page of Wands here. Why is the Page of Wands here for Libra? Libra, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Wow. All right. So, definitely a lot of things going on in your life right now, I feel. But you do have you start off with the Page of Wands here. Page of Wands is unexpected messages coming in, really believe that things are going to fall into place for you, I feel like you are. I feel like you're seeing a lot. I feel like you need to just have patience for everything. There's new opportunities coming through for you, and I feel like you're wanting this change to come in, and it definitely will for you. Because you are definitely moving forward. You are leaving a lot of things behind. A lot of the obstacles that you are dealing with are finally smoothing out. They're finally going to better waters, better times. Because it's almost as if you're realizing, that you're better, that you can do better, that you can live life better, that you don't need all these things that are happening in your life, to get in the way to bring you down. And I feel like you're definitely going to be moving away from these obstacles that have been putting you down or bringing you down, so to speak. And I also feel like you're definitely moving forward. I feel like you're making plans, and I feel like you're not really saying anything about it. And I also feel like you could be waiting on something like your ships to come in, kind of. And I also feel like, you know what you need to do. It's like you already know, okay? You're leaving things behind, and you're definitely moving forward. So it's good. That's good. You have the Strength card here. And why is the Strength card here? One more card. So you did come into your reading, Libra. You do have the Justice card here, which is very nice. Something in this reading is definitely for you. So you start off with the Strength card here. The Strength card is definitely talking about finding your strength, having that self-control, learning from the past, and just moving forward. Really trying to believe that you can do anything, and just move on, to have that courage to just do what you need to do and just keep going, okay? I feel like you will. I feel like there's some kind of I feel like they're asking you to find your courage to speak your truth about something, because not only do you have the Justice card here, but you have the King of Swords. King of Swords is, he's very bold, he's very blunt, he knows what he needs to do, and that's speak his truth. And I feel like with this Justice card, the Justice card is of truth, and I feel like you need to find your courage and your strength to speak your truth about things, even though as hard as it may seem, sometimes it just needs to be spoken outwards and somebody else can hear it. Wow. Wow. Things are going to balance out for you also. Also feel with the Eight of Wands here that there's definitely a lot of messages coming in for you. Could be intuitive, could be, getting just a random message, but there's some kind of messages that are coming in. So pay attention. Also feel like things are going to start moving quick for you, moving forward, there's change here. So just know that also. Okay, so you're definitely going to be moving forward no matter what, because things are going to get better. Even if you feel like they're not, they will. You do have the King of Swords here, and I do believe that that is true. I do believe that you need to stand your ground, to be bold, speak your truth about what it is that's on your mind. Because sometimes if we just speak it, we let it out, it's like our soul is yearning to let this truth out, and sometimes you need that. Okay, really watch how you're saying things to people, because you don't know what other people are going through also. So just watch your communication on how you're doing it. Try not to be too harsh on that. You have the Knight of Pentacles here for what's hidden. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? One more card. Wow, nice. All right. Okay. Well, okay. So, Libra, I feel like, you have been going through a lot. Things have been going through a lot for you. But like I said, try not to push things, maybe there are things that you haven't seen, or maybe there's a lot of things that you're going through right now. But I do feel like, it's been very overwhelming for you. I feel like at times, you do feel like you're disconnected, like you're not focused enough. Sometimes we feel like, oh, well, nothing's going to change. So I have to stay here. So I have to be doing this. So I have to, continue to be in this place where I don't want to be, stuff like that. And I feel like, I feel like you're very disconnected at times, and they're asking you to really just go with the flow. Like, even if you can't see what's above or what's in front of you, just go with it. Just let everything come in. Don't try to control anything, and just let everything come in, and have patience for everything. Okay, big, small, whatever. Have patience. Right now, you really do need to sleep, though. You really need to start resting. Can't stress that enough, that so many people in the readings, they're busy, and they don't take time to just rest. And that's something that you need to do right now, is really take it easy and rest, to gather your thoughts. You're very overwhelmed with a lot that's been going on. You've been through it. Our emotions really can get us to that stress level. So really pay attention to that. You do have the Four of Cups here. Like I said, Four of Cups is saying that, you're disconnected, not able to let go of the old emotions, or holding on to anger, or holding on to why, why did this go this way? And why did that happen? And why did they do that? And why did I do this? And it's something that you really need to let it go. Okay. Try your best to, because I feel like there are going to be opportunities around you, and you may not be able to see them. Okay, so just know that. Yeah, the Three of Pentacles here. And why is the Three of Pentacles here? For the hopes and the fears. One more card. So definitely really nurture yourself, take care of yourself, really trust your intuition, and really listen to your heart. Really listen to what it wants. Okay, trust your intuition, trust your heart, listen to your heart and what it wants. I feel like you really need to just stop and take care of yourself more. You need a lot of self-care here. Okay. You also have the Three of Pentacles. Well, you started off with this card. I feel like people are recognizing you for everything that you're doing, the hard work that you do, being present, you know. Um, excuse me. Excuse me. My goodness. Um, sorry about that. But I feel like with the three of Pentacles here, I feel like you want to create something. I feel like you have a lot of support, you know, from other people. I feel like there could be also a partnership that you might be investing in also here. So just be aware of that. But I do feel like you have a lot of ideas that you want to put together and put it out there. And they're asking you to really do that, to really trust your intuition on things. I also feel like there could be some kind of traveling for you. And definitely the world card is here. So there is this new path here. You know, this is a whole new path. Like things are coming through, but it's like sometimes you're not really seeing things, okay? And you're too overworked, you're very overwhelmed, you know, you're very disconnected. And they're asking you to really like stop and take care of yourself. You have the Four of Wands up here for the what you need to do now, Libra. Why is the Four of Wands here? All right. So, like I said, with the Four of Wands, you are definitely going to be moving forward. I do feel like there is some kind of celebration, like some kind of homecoming. I do feel like that is around here, so be ready for that. Do feel like good things are coming, but definitely moving forward. I feel like you can be receiving some kind of abundance, like a big chunk of abundance coming through, or just some kind of money here and there. Your money value is going to be really good. I feel like you're going to receive money here or there, you know, so something, it's going to be lucky. Good. It's going to be good. You could also be helping somebody also. And somebody could, like I said, come bring you something, bring you in something. But they really want you to pay attention to your finances though. Okay. Like really pay attention to it. Like you may be receiving all this money, but you really need to start looking at it. Okay. I don't know why that I keep getting that message for somebody. So really be careful, because I feel like, you know, with the Queen of Pentacles here, you know, she's a multitasker. She knows what she's doing. She's a provider. She knows how to bring in those resources, right? But she is so good that she brings in the money. And this is you bringing in the money, working hard, but yet she does not take care of herself. And that is something you also need to do. You know how to bring it all in, but you know, do you take rest? Are you resting? You know, because it's not about, you know, hey, material success, money, money, money. It's about, hey, am I going to be able to spend this money? Am I going to be able to be giving and loving with this money and use it for myself and my family, you know? Or am I just going to just break myself down to the core and never see a cent of it? You know, so you really got to really step back and really give yourself some self-care here, okay? Yes, you know, you need to, you are a multitasker, and yes, you do know how to make this abundance come through, which is very nice. You do have the Five of Pentacles here. And why is the Five of Pentacles here for? What you need to work on a card. Wow. Okay. Whew. Okay. So this is coming out again too. Okay. So what you need to work on is really look at your finances, because I feel like there is something here that something that you're not looking at. You have the Eight of Swords here, and you also have the King of Pentacles, and it's like telling you, hey, you work hard for your money, right? You build your material success, you achieve what you want, to buy what you want, but there is something here that you're not seeing, okay? And you got to be really careful with your finances, Libra, okay? Really be careful with that, because it is something that you need to work on, and it is something that you need to look at. And also too, with the Five of Pentacles, it's like you're disappointed. You're like trying to figure out, you know, what happened. Like, oh gosh, you know, feeling left out, feeling like you've been abandoned, or something got taken away from you, something like that. So you got to be really careful with this, because this is a situation here where they're telling you, hey, you know how to make that money, yes, but you need to have that self-care. And I do believe that they're telling you with that self-care that You need to take care of yourself because you're not watching your finances. And this is something that you need to do. Okay. Really look at those finances, you guys, because it could be something there that somebody's taking out, or maybe they're behind your back, or maybe you overspent on something. I don't know. Look at it. Okay. You do have the Five of Cups here. Why is the Five of Cups here? Wow. Nice. All right. So with the King of Cups, I do believe that you're able to handle anything that comes your way. You know, try not to let your emotions get in the way of making decisions also. Okay. And really know how to express yourself without being really mean and harsh. Okay. Try not, and I also feel like you're not going to stay in your emotions, which is really very good. You know, don't let your emotions get in the way of doing things, okay? Because sometimes we can put our emotions in there and really take it out on people that had nothing to do with it, okay? But I do feel like you have a lot of support around you. You do have people around you that support you, that lift you up. I feel like there could be some kind of celebration coming in, because you also have that Four of Wands here. It's like some kind of celebration coming through for you. I also feel like I said, there's getting together with friends, with family, whatever it is. There's something here about that. Very nice. Like I said, don't let your emotions get in the way. You also have the Nine of Pentacles here. Be more focused, be more flexible, and find your confidence to do the things that you need to do, and especially speak your truth, because there is something here that you really need to speak about. That is weighing heavy on your life. But other than that, like, really be careful with that money situation. Really be careful. You know, just enjoy your life, you guys. You know, be in the moment and focus about things, okay? Because there are a lot of things coming in for you, good things, okay? So you can see them and really take rest. All right, so Libra, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. God bless.